Tremors, the cinematic masterpiece that asked, what if Jaws happened, but in the desert, and the sharks were giant angry sausages under the dirt? It's small-town America meets subterranean doom, starring a bunch of folks who looked like they were just trying to fix a fence before getting drafted into a monster movie. So the story starts in Perfection, Nevada, which is ironic because it's basically a handful of shacks surrounded by dust, tumbleweeds, and regrets. Enter Val and Earl, two handymen whose entire business model is leave town before something bad happens. Spoiler, they pick the worst day ever to do that. Before long, the ground starts eating people. Not metaphorically, literally. Some dude gets slurped underground like a dirt milkshake, and everyone realizes the town's got itself a worm problem. These aren't your average earthworms, though. They're 30-foot meat tubes with beaks, tentacles, and a talent for ambushing livestock. Scientists call them graboids because apparently murder noodles didn't test well. The plot quickly becomes a survival guide for rural panic. You can't run, can't drive, can't flush a toilet too loud. The worms sense vibration, so the townsfolk start playing The Floor is Lava, except lava would be less stressful. Then we get the real stars. Bert and Heather Gummer, the doomsday preppers who were just waiting their whole lives for an excuse to break out the basement arsenal. When the monsters attack, Bert basically says, "Finally," and goes full Second Amendment Rambo on the desert. Cue the glorious montage of redneck ingenuity, pole vaulting from rock to rock, blowing up worms with homemade pipe bombs, and yelling one-liners like it's a requirement for survival. Every problem is solved with duct tape, dynamite, or sarcasm. Eventually, the last graboid gets lured to its death by running it off a cliff, because apparently even prehistoric death worms can't handle basic physics. The town cheers, Val gets the girl, and everyone acts like they didn't just lose half their population to land sausages. Cynical summary: it's Footloose meets Dune meets My Cousin's Backyard Apocalypse, and it somehow works. Moral of the story: if the ground starts moving, don't investigate. Move to literally any other zip code. In short, a town full of weirdos fights giant worms with redneck logic and wins. Science, 0. Shotguns and sarcasm, 10.